New sand batteries make the most of renewable energy. With climate change becoming a reality, we must switch to renewable energy as quickly as possible. Energy from the sun, wind, water, and ground can be used to heat homes and make electricity, which provides a solution. However, there's a significant problem. Renewable energy sources aren't constant. The sun isn't always shining, and the wind isn't always blowing. This means that we need a way to reserve energy to be used during times when it can't be collected. So, how can we do that? The solution is simple and obvious: big batteries. Currently, the majority of these batteries are lithium batteries. These are expensive, though, and making them is bad for the environment. This is where the sand battery has an advantage. This new type of battery has been developed by a team of young Finnish engineers. As the name suggests, it uses sand to store excess energy from wind and the sun. This energy can then be used to power homes when there is no sunlight. It is sunlight, or the lack of it, that is a problem in Finland, where winters are dark and long.
Welcome everyone to English for You. I'm Adam.
And I'm Elsie.
Hey Elsie, did you know that last summer, or the summer months of June, July, and August were the actual hottest months ever recorded?
Really? I can't believe it. I hope this coming summer won't be as hot, but is it because of climate change?
I think it is. And so in today's article, everyone, we are going to learn what can be done about climate change and maybe not be so hot or save energy. Okay, everyone. So the title of our article is New Sand Batteries Make the Most of Renewable Energy. And it starts off by saying, with climate change becoming a reality, we must switch to renewable energy as quickly as possible. Okay, so that was kind of a mouthful, but in that sentence we see switch, which switch is to change or shift something from one thing to another thing. An example I would say is, since it is getting colder, I need to switch from wearing my summer clothes to my winter clothes. And then we say switch to something, which that phrase is often used as a native English speaker. I could say, it is time to switch to a different thing. And then I would say, I need to switch to a better iPhone, or I need to switch to a better phone. Maybe I'll get the new iPhone.
Finally, you're getting an iPhone.
I know. So again, I need to switch to a different thing. I need to change to a different thing, which means switch to something.
Okay, switch 这个动词呢是改变，是转换。Switch from A to B， 那就是从 A 改变转换为 B。那再补充一下哦 ，switch 也可以指的是开关电器的动作。所以呢，你可以说，麻烦帮我开个灯 ，Please switch the light on for me。那关灯就是 switch the light off。那气候变迁呢，已经是一个存在的事实，所以我们必须要尽快转换，使用再生能源是个新的趋势哦。
Okay, so maybe I could switch this microphone off and not talk anymore. All right, well, how do we save, how do we get the most out of this renewable energy? Let's find out more. It says, energy from the sun, wind, water, and ground can be used to heat homes and make electricity, which provides a solution. Well, we know we all need electricity, everyone. And what is electricity? It is energy that flows through wires and powers our devices, like our lights and our TVs. So an example I could say using electricity would be, during the last typhoon, the storm knocked out the electricity in our neighborhood, and I didn't even get up to work that day, did I?
你不用去上班，因为台风来了，然后呢，暴风雨就这样子把电力给切断了。 Okay, we were late to work that day. You still had to work.
I did have to work, but we
Remember
were
that?
late. Yeah, we were late because the electricity went out, right?
对，所以当我们说呢 the electricity went out, 那就是停电了。所以 electricity 这个名词就是电或是电力。那生产电力啊，你可以用 generate 这个动词来说，好，或者是 produce 或是 create。课文里面用 make 当然也可以。那这边要生产的是什么样的电力啊？这边讲的是 renewable energy， 也就是再生能源。它有很多的形式哦，像是风力发电啦、太阳能都是重要的电力来源。So, it sounds easy, but in reality, it's not that simple, is it?
Exactly. And our article says, however, there's a significant problem. And significant means really important. So regular exercise is significant for staying fit and strong, which is why I do it, so I'll be able to live as long as you probably.
And you can have bigger muscles.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Significant 这个形容词是重大的、显著的，好，也可以用 very important 来说。So here, the problem is...
Well, let's get to it. The problem is what? It says renewable energy sources aren't constant. The sun isn't always shining, and the wind isn't always blowing.
That's right. 再生能源的供应呢，不是一直都有的。阳光和风不是每天都有。那有解决的办法吗？ Is there a way to solve this?
I really hope so. And what it says further is, this means that we need a way to reserve energy to be used during times when it can't be collected. So we see reserve. What does that mean? We need to reserve the energy? Well, reserve means to keep or save something for future use or purposes. This could also be time, money, or energy. An example sentence we could say is, we need to reserve some time for a family vacation this coming summer.
Reserve 这个动词啊，是保存，是储存，那后面可以接很多不同的东西，像刚刚 Adam 有说到，可以加上时间，加上金钱，加上 energy， 好，能源就是我们这边说的，当然也可以。那再来呢 reserve 还可以当做预定保留来解释哦，像是呢要去度假，要定位，对不对？好，比如说订这个餐厅，你要 reserve a table，那订房间的话就会是 reserve a room。
Yeah, we need to reserve a hotel room when we travel. But how do we do this? How do we reserve more energy using different renewable, energy sources? So it says, so how can we do that? The solution is simple and obvious. Big batteries.
Okay, I know batteries, but...
Big batteries, yeah, must be huge batteries.
Okay, battery 是电池，所以要用大型的电池来解决这个问题哦。
So we need bigger batteries, I guess. But our article says currently the majority of these batteries are lithium batteries. In that sentence, everyone, we see majority, which is most of something. And most of the time, native speakers use the phrase, the majority of something, which means more than half of it or more than half of that something. An example I could say is, the majority of people in Taipei can't buy a new house because they are too expensive now.
Yes, they are. They're super expensive. Majority 这个名词呢是大多数或是大部分。Majority of something 那就是大多数的点点点。那相反 minority of something 那就是少数的。所以呢，我们也可以说 the minority of students in the class are quiet and shy. 这班的少数学生是安静害羞的。那刚刚呢，还有一个字用来修饰电池，什么字呢？这个是 lithium 锂。目前啊，大部分的电池都是锂电池 and they are not cheap, right?
Oh no, they are not cheap. They are quite expensive. And our article reiterates that. It says, these are expensive, though, and making them is bad for the environment.
是的，锂电池昂贵又对环境不好。
So since these batteries are too expensive and bad for the environment, what can we do, Zamaban? Well, our article says this is where the sand battery has an advantage. And in that sentence, we see advantage, which means something good or helpful. An example we could use is knowing 2 languages is definitely an advantage when traveling overseas.
Definitely. 如果你能够说2种语言或是以上的话，那你要去 travel 旅行就太容易的，会是一个优势，对不对？所以优势呢，或是有利条件，我们就用 advantage 来说。The advantage of something or doing something， 那就是某事的优点。所以我们也可以说 One of the many advantages of living in Taipei is its excellent public transportation.
Yes, it is definitely one of the best things about living in Taipei.
对，这么棒的大众运输交通工具，实在是居住在台北的一大优点。那相反，缺点劣势，你就在字首加上 dis 变成 disadvantage 就可以了。
All right, well, let's get into seeing who made these types of batteries. It says, this new type of battery has been developed by a team of young Finnish engineers.
原来这种新电池是由一群年轻的芬兰工程师们所研发出来的。
Yeah, it's really cold in Finland, so maybe they need to make these big batteries to solve their problems. We'll find out more.
Can heat their rooms.
Yes, heat them up. Well, it continues to say, as the name suggests, it uses sand to store excess energy from wind and the sun.
Excess 这个形容词是过量的或是额外的，所以这种电池利用沙子来储存额外的风力或者是太阳能，那这个电池我们就给它一个名称叫做沙电池。
So since it uses sand, I guess, yeah, it makes sense to call them sand batteries, right?
对呀。
Right. All right. Well, getting back to our article, it says this energy can then be used to power homes when there is no sunlight.
没光线的时候，这样的能源就可以派上用场。
Right. So like I would imagine in Finland, in that part of the area, it doesn't get much sunlight some parts or sometimes out of the year, right?
Yeah, especially in winter.
Yeah. And as our article says, it is sunlight or the lack of it that is a problem in Finland where winters are dark and long.
没错，那这边呢，我们看到了今天的 Language in Focus. Let's take a look. 今天的 Language in Focus 我们要讲到的是分列强调句。如果你要强调句子中某个特定的部分，可以用这样的句型。那里面呢会有主词 it， 后面会有 be 动词接上，然后还会接出 that 以及一个子句。那你就会将强调的部分放在 be 动词之后。that 之前，再将其余的部分放在 that 之后。那在这样的句型当中呢 it 属于虚主词，本身不具有任何的意义，作用是将句子的结构改变。那被强调的部分可以是主词、受词补语、时间或是地点等等。那第一个课文中就是强调主词了。好，那句话说的是强调芬兰所要面对的问题就是缺乏阳光。那第二个强调受词怎么使用呢？ For example, Sarah mistakenly took her friend's hat. 这一句如果你要用分列强调句的话，你可以说 It was her friend's hat that Sarah mistakenly took， 也就是 Sarah 错拿到的是她朋友的帽子。那再来，你也可以用来强调时间，比如说 I got home from work at 11:30 p.m. 这句话也可以说成 It was at 11:30 p.m. that I got home from work. 我是在晚上11点半下班到家的。还有一个是强调地点哦，比如说I discovered my love of art in Amsterdam. 好，这句话说的是我是在阿姆斯特丹发现了我对艺术的喜爱。那用分列强调句可以是 It was in Amsterdam that I discovered my love of art.
And everyone, that takes us now to our For You chat question. Do you think renewable energy is used enough in Taiwan? How could more be used?
Good question. I think the government here is trying very hard to use more renewable energy.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Like if you go out in some places up north in the ocean, you see those big fans or those big windmills, we'll call them, like in the ocean that are using wind generation.
Yes, but I think more research and development
should
be,
focused on
and done.
Yeah. Well, I've noticed living here that you don't see a lot of what we call those solar panels that you put on the top of maybe buildings or roofs. Back home, you would have people, some roofs would have solar panels.
For solar power?
Right.
Maybe there are more in the West.
Okay.
Where there is more land. I'm not sure.
All right. Well, hopefully in the future, I think Taiwan could do maybe a better job implementing renewable energy into some aspects of their buildings. But I know we have, good car. There's a lot of Teslas here, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they're using it somehow. But what do you guys think? Do you think renewable energy is used enough in Taiwan? Do you think it should be more or less? And how could more be used?
Talk about it.
And that's it for today. We'll see you next time. My name is Adam.
I'm Elsie.
All right, bye for now.
Bye.
Vocabulary Review.
Switch. Edward used to wear glasses, but he switched to contact lenses last year. He looks very different now. Electricity. It seems that our electricity has been cut off because the lights don't work in any room. Significant. The significant temperature rise in the past several summers has led to many conversations about climate change. Reserve. Farmers often reserve some of their vegetable and fruit seeds for the next planting season. Majority. The majority of employees at this company have degrees in technology, but some studied other subjects. Advantage. Instant noodles have the advantage of being quick to cook, which makes them a popular choice for busy people.
智慧小补帖
Battery. Lithium. Excess.